Why some men who identify as straight still engage in sexual encounters with other men. When most people hear about a man having sex with another man, the immediate assumption is often, he must be gay or at least bisexual, but sexuality is rarely that simple. Many men who identify as straight and truly feel emotionally and romantically attracted only to women still find themselves having sexual encounters with men. This doesn't necessarily mean they are in denial, repressed, or secretly gay. Human sexuality is complex, influenced by biology, psychology, culture, and circumstances. Some men experiment, some seek emotional connection, and others simply act out impulses without it defining who they are. Below are 11 common reasons straight identifying men might engage in sex with other men. 1. Acting out childhood trauma. Some men who were abused by male figures as children may unconsciously repeat these experiences in adulthood. The behavior isn't rooted in genuine same-sex attraction, but in unresolved trauma. Once the trauma is addressed, the compulsion often disappears. 2. Sex work and escorting. Many straight men in the adult entertainment or escort industries engage in sex with men for financial reasons. The attraction isn't to the person, but to the act itself or the paycheck. 3. First sexual experiences. Adolescence and early adulthood are times of exploration. Some straight men experiment with other males out of curiosity or availability before settling into their heterosexual identity. 4. Convenience and opportunity. Sex with men can sometimes feel more accessible. For men with strong sex drives who want quick release without emotional involvement, male partners may provide that outlet. 5. Father hunger. Men who grew up craving approval, affection, or validation from their fathers may unconsciously seek that closeness through intimacy with other men. For them, sex becomes a substitute for missing emotional nurturance. 6. Sexual versus romantic orientation. Some men feel emotionally and romantically drawn to women, but experience stronger sexual arousal toward men. They may live happily in relationships with women while occasionally seeking sex with men. 7. Narcissism and ego gratification. Certain men enjoy admiration, attention, and even being worshipped. Interactions with gay men provide them with this validation, whether or not they're actually attracted to men. 8. Sexual addiction. For men caught in compulsive cycles of sexual behavior, the partner's gender often becomes irrelevant. The drive is about chasing arousal and release, not identity. 9. Cuckolding fantasies. Some straight men are turned on by watching their female partners with other men. In certain situations, this may extend to limited sexual involvement with the other man, usually as part of the larger fantasy. 10. Exhibitionism and body image. Bodybuilders and men who take pride in their physique often enjoy the attention they get from gay men. Sometimes this flirtation turns sexual, not because of orientation, but because of the thrill of being desired. 11. Prison or closed environments. In settings like prisons, men may engage in same-sex encounters simply because women aren't available. Once back in society, many return exclusively to heterosexual relationships. This list isn't exhaustive, but it highlights how motives for same-sex behavior among straight men can vary widely. The good side, it shows how fluid and flexible human sexuality can be. It helps break down rigid stereotypes of what it means to be straight or gay. It can provide safe spaces for men to explore desires without shame. The challenges, trauma-driven behavior can mask deeper pain that needs healing. Some men feel confusion, guilt, or shame after these encounters. Partners may struggle to understand or accept this complexity. Society often pushes people into narrow identity boxes that don't fit everyone. Not every man who has sex with men is secretly gay or bisexual. For some, it's experimentation, curiosity, opportunity, or part of a personal history that has little to do with orientation. For others, it is part of discovering a deeper truth about themselves. The important thing is to let each man define his own identity rather than forcing him into categories. Sexual behavior doesn't always equal sexual identity, and sometimes, as Freud once said, a cigar is just a cigar.